Hey, David.
Hey, I'm just pulling up in a sec.
Okay, I'll be out in a couple of minutes, mate.
Okay, see you then.
Right.
Bye-bye. Ooh.
Sorry, I was just dressing my wounds.
Mate, how's it going?
Yeah.
Alright. And off to Clunes.
Off to Clunes.
Good times.
I don't reckon that fence is going to be here when we get back.
That fence?
No.
Too windy.
Yeah, it's a piece of shit.
Hang on.
Left.
Where are we going? Left.
Left and then left.
Let's the Uber Eats guy.
Hey?
Don't hit the Uber Eats guy.
Get something to eat, man.
You want to get something to eat?
No, if we hit the Uber Eats guy, we could
Oh yeah, that's something to eat.
left here for
It's
leave.
pizza. Alright, welcome to the Debrief. It's Dave O'Neill here. And I've got Brad Oakes in the car. How are you, Brad?
I'm all right, thanks, Dave.
Brad's a regular on this podcast. You've probably been on it more than most.
Oh, I think so. I think.
Yeah, probably you're the most regular, guest.
Oh, it's
What an honour.
I sometimes suspect that because we do a lot of gigs together,
Yes.
that you may have worked out that we're the same blood type or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
And you're carrying your spare parts with you. But,
Now we're off to Clunes.
yes.
So I don't know what to expect. They're doing a mini sort of festival in a pub.
This Clunes. Does it sound to you kind of like it's not? It's odd where it is. You know, I kind of expected Clunes to be like near Oxford.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Cambridge or something like
It's between
that.
Ballarat and Maryborough, I think.
Yeah, but it's really
Central Victoria.
yeah, it's Goldfields.
Yeah, the gold territory.
Yes.
They have a big book festival up there. I know they do a big book festival because my mother-in-law lives in Dalesford, which isn't that far from Clunes. And she's talked about it, but they're trying to do a little mini sort of comedy festival. So
Okay.
I think, but we're the only acts on tonight in a pub in the Nash.
Did you bring your books?
I bought some books.
Right.
Imagine though, I may not sell. Oh, normally you sell books in the country. They love books in the country.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
Start writing, Brad. Finish it by the time we get there.
I'll just promise them a book.
yeah.
I wonder if I could sell a blog.
Yeah, sell a website.
So Clunes, yes, and but you kind of hope that there'll be people who like a bit of a yarn.
Yeah, you'd think so. Oh, they have to pay to get in, so I don't think it'll be a problem. It's not a footy club.
Yeah.
It's not a community event. They're actually there for the comedy, so
Yeah, they'll be wearing shoes. That's always good.
Yeah, and they've paid $20 to get in or something. So
It's a bit of a new thing. We're actually on the way to the gig. Bit of a new thing talking.
yeah, we normally talk. Well, I've just started doing this as a new innovation in the Debrief, where we just talk briefly before the gig, and then we time swipe, and then we're post gig.
Yeah, that's
So it's. Do you like it?
I do. I think that's what keeps you ahead of the game. Dave.
mate,
You're an innovator.
Yeah, I'm just thinking all the time about this podcast. Oh, God. All right, well, we'll be back. You enjoyed that licorice block I gave you.
It's
Can't believe you haven't finished it yet. I've finished mine half an hour ago.
oh no, it's putting out a lot of licorice.
I love licorice. I love licorice blocks.
Yeah, it's.
Big fan of the choo-choo bar.
Do you know what? If you haven't got any quickies, you've got indigestion. Licorice is a natural.
Oh, really?
Yes, a natural relaxer.
It's also a natural laxative too.
It is.
Licorice.
Yep. Well, no, that's pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's why it's called the choo-choo bar.
The choo-choo. Choo-choo. My brother went to a licorice farm in Africa once. Yeah, he was sucking on a leaf.
Yeah.
Well, he was my twin brother Glenn. He speaks like this, the one who works for the Red Cross, and he went to a licorice farm. Yeah. Well, they're big into chewing leaves because he used to have to deal with the Somali warlords and all the Somali They'd all sit around chewing that leaf chat, I think it's called. Oh, anyway.
Crack. Yeah.
Crack.
QAT.
Yeah. I had Izzy Ali on this podcast, and his auntie runs one of those shops in Somalia. So
yeah, well, it's good score in Scrabble. You don't need a U.
Yeah. How do you spell it?
QAT.
QAT.
Yeah,
I've been playing Scrabble a bit, so I'm not that good at it, but I'm getting better.
I play by myself.
Oh, do you?
Oh yeah.
Can you do that?
You can.
Well, you play yourself.
You can play anything by yourself. You know, it's the hard thing is not cheating.
Yeah.
You know, but it's you tend not to cheat because at the end of the day, if you've beaten yourself, it's not much of a
by cheating.
Who are you going to tell? Unless you've got like multiple personalities, it's not worth it.
Not fun. Well, I'll tell you what, keep listening because we'll have done the gig in Clunes.
Yeah.
And we'll be back to tell you how it went.
Okay.
Keep listening to the Debrief with special guest, regular Braddocks. Alright, yeah, we'll be in touch. Yes, we're back on the Debrief here. Just done Clunes. And how was it, Bradford?
It was respectable, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because there was a few people there, like 60 or something maybe.
Yeah.
And they had, they're kind of spread out.
They were.
And it was
kind of patchy, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it made it a bit harder. And also, there was a footy club celebrating next door.
Their first win for the season.
Yeah.
And also the last game, I think.
Oh, it was the last game, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, God. But anyway, we survived, and they were lovely. The people that were there were lovely.
They were delightful, and I did a little bit longer than I was scheduled to.
Well, you had to go on first.
Well, no, yeah, well, they were nice, you know. I always figured that once you go all that way,
they do appreciate you turning up, don't they?
Yeah, and there's also no point in being parsimonious with your time.
Oh no, who cares?
You know, they're going all that way and just go, no, you're just getting 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They were. But yeah, it was slightly disconcerting at the start because the guy came up and fiddled with the sound system, but then said there was nothing wrong with it, which.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a joke.
Yeah, and it made me just want to go, well, if there's nothing wrong with it,
why are you
fiddling with it?
Why are you fiddling with it?
Yeah.
I know that he's a cameraman, that guy, so he's a technical guy. He's like, perfection, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's it, you know, and that is sometimes problematic because you did the sound check, and we have different voices. Like,
yeah, I'm louder than you.
Yeah, well...
Am I? Yeah, I think I am.
Well, no, I think you're taller than me. You have a taller voice, not a louder voice. I don't think there are very many people who can be as loud as I can be, but for some reason, and I think that's because of that horrible lift accident I had when my neck collapsed in the 80s. Well,
you had a lift accident?
No, I didn't really. I just got a really fat neck.
You went whoop on a lift.
Yeah, and one day, I just felt I had to explain it, so I made up a story about it.
Yeah, good idea.
But, it's... Because I can be
You can
quite
project.
loud. Yeah.
Well, you went off mic a few times where you projected to the crowd.
Well, I did, and once I project, I go into my Shakespearean voice.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm an actor.
I bite my thumb at you, sir. Do you bite your thumb? Not at you, sir. I just bite my thumb. But, sorry, you cut that out.
Yeah, you do. No, we don't cut out anything on this unless anyone's libelous. It's the only thing we cut out.
I don't want to get sued by Shakespeare again.
It is a cute town, though, Clunes. It's like driving into a western town, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it did have a little bit of the big, wide
streets,
avenues, yeah,
with the wooden shop fronts.
Yeah.
And I nearly took you over the bridge on the way out when...
oh, my God.
You asked me to adjust the heater, which I'm doing now, and we nearly ran off a bridge into the creek, whatever it is. So we're trying to work out, would we have gone over the edge or would we just hit the rail and bounced off?
Well...
I don't think we had the speed to go over the edge, to be honest.
Yeah, but it wasn't like... you hadn't even seen them.
No, I didn't know. And the bridge curves.
Yeah, and we were kind of heading almost, not at a 90-degree angle, but, it was about a 70-degree angle. So there was a chance we were going to go over.
We could have gone over.
And,
Clunes.
I may have weed my pants.
Oh, you never know.
So we'll have to hang my underpants out the window.
Like a flag.
Yeah, did I tell that story once before?
Yeah. What did you do?
Well,
it's got a familiar ring to it, but I don't know. Well, I don't know what stories on the podcast and what story you just told me.
Well, I might have told that story in Glenn's show, but it could have been the podcast. Yeah, where my man was going to hit me on Christmas Day, so I wet my pants. I didn't tell anyone because that's a hittable offence. And then we drove to Adelaide.
Oh my God, you had wet pants?
In a mini minor, and we were somewhere like near the border of...
Border town, possibly?
Yeah, somewhere like that. My mother found out that I'd wet my pants because I'd kept storm. And so she washed my underpants. You know those white ones with the blue rings?
Yes. The old Y fronts.
Yeah, she washed them. And we tied them to a stick and hung them out the window. So
like a flag.
Yeah. And it was just, it was just part of the humiliation of it all.
Yeah.
It's like, because, I imagine that was a sign to other parents and with kids in cars and the kids going, why is there underpants? Oh, one of the little boys has probably weed himself.
Yes.
I'd say it's probably that. It's probably the one with the big ears and no neck.
yeah. The one that had a lift accident, that's him.
That's him.
The very famous lift accident.
Yes.
Now
he'll come to no good. He'll end up being a comedian or something.
We're just driving through Creswick. You ever done a gig in Creswick?
I don't believe I have. Oh, no, I could have.
Yeah, you did a footy club here, didn't you? Or a cricket club?
And I think it's Creswick.
Oh, is it Creswick? Oh,
yeah.
I've done a gig here at a reception centre for the trucking industry.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's only 60 here too. By the way.
Okay. We don't want to get fined.
No,
you can probably fine for speeding and doing a podcast at the same time.
Yes.
They've got a woolen mill.
Well, I've got my underpants hanging out the window.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think you pronounce the W in Creswick.
I always say Creswick.
Perhaps
I think they laugh at my Creswick joke.
Perhaps somebody could, who's listening to the podcast, could tune in
and tell us is it Creswick or
Creswick? Yes. Because I felt like when you said to the audience, is anyone here from Creswick? I thought, well, Dave, I think it's pronounced Creswick, and I bet you that if there is anyone here, they're not answering you on principle.
It's like Castlemaine and Castlemaine.
Yeah, because people do that,
It's not Creswick, you idiot, it's Creswick.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, where does he think he is? Baller at?
Yeah. Oh my God. I did a gig at the Ballarat Turf Club, which is near here, and I sat on the table with these guys, and they mined the quarry. They mined the slag heap at the quarry.
Yes,
so that's a full-on job, isn't it?
Mining slag.
Well, he said that at the time when the quarry was mined, they didn't have the knowledge or the techniques to take out some of the minerals, so they're taking out the minerals.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's
makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened with Boost Juice. But,
Boost Juice.
Yeah. Well, people went. We could probably get more out of those oranges.
Boost Juice was set up by Janine Ellis.
Yeah.
Whose husband Jeff Ellis used to be my boss at Triple M.
Oh.
And he was the guy who had the samurai sword above his desk. He'd read The Art of War or whatever. You know what I mean? He used to quote it all the time and had a mullet. He was famous around the office. Anyway,
the samurai sword.
What? So Boost Juice, someone went to America and came back with the idea. It's like to do smoothies. And then they asked all the employees if they wanted to invest in Boost Juice. And so they all, because their boss asked them, they're all like, all the people at Triple M went, oh yeah, okay, I'll invest. And then when it started to take off, they asked them to sell their shares back.
That's it.
Yeah, and everyone felt pressured to sell them back, except for one guy went, nah, fuck yes.
Okay.
I think he's loaded. This bloke.
Wow.
Lotus, every time you order a banana-orama from Boost Juice, hold the ice. Just remember that.
What? Oh, don't speed.
Am I speeding? I am speeding.
Yeah. Are they in, they're in some kind of litigation, aren't they?
Boost Juice?
Yeah.
With another juice company, or?
I'm not sure.
Who knows?
But yeah, maybe it's with that guy. But
you know the Wedding the Bear thing? Do you remember that telly movie? It used to be on every bloody 6 months in the 70s about the kid. Remember they did telly movies with issues in the 70s? Like getting a stepdad, for example. They have a telly movie about that.
Right.
They had one about a kid who wet his bed, and what he would do, the mum used to hang the sheet out of the window.
Okay.
And he would leave school early and run home to try and get it pulled down before any other kids saw it.
Oh, right.
Do you remember that movie? That great telly movie?
No, I was probably shielded from that.
Oh, right.
Because that's also like, isn't that what they do with virgins and weddings?
Oh, yeah, they hang the shit out the window.
Yeah.
In some cultures, yeah.
So that'd be quite confusing when you just go, oh my God, that kid's not a virgin.
It's only 12. It's very weird.
Yes. Whereas, if you hung, anyway.
Something out the window.
Yeah, and oh my God, she's weed all over the
sheets. What's happening? Oh my God.
Yeah, tradition's very confusing, isn't it?
That could happen around here. We seem to be in the backlogs of...
This is right.
God knows where we are.
This is the way we came.
This is the way we came?
Oh, yes.
We're going through a forest.
Yeah, Creswick Forest.
Oh, the great Creswick Forest.
Creswick Forest. Anyway, sorry.
Creswick.
I'm far be it for me to correct you.
No. Correct away. Correct away.
Well, it'll be... When does this go to air?
Who knows?
Because
a few weeks.
Yeah, we won't know until somebody contacts us. I hope somebody does.
Well, you'd hope so. You don't know. You're a bit of a stickler for pronunciation and grammar, though, aren't you?
I am a little bit. I've got... I noticed, too, that I say... and it's getting worse.
You say something instead of something?
No. Karl, how dare you? How dare you?
Something. I started saying it for a while, and someone said, I know you're trying to be funny, but it's not funny.
No, it's not.
You sound like a moron.
Yeah, or axe me. No, it's...
Ask me specifically.
But
Well, Kath and Kim used to do all them.
I've always said Doncaster. And, Castlemaine and Castle.
Doncaster.
But I noticed that I can't... I noticed this on stage, and when I talk about going on tour, that I can't say... It's the only way I can say tour.
Tour.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I get a glitch in my... Oh, do you want to go see Dean? There's a sign for Dean down that road.
I'm pretty sure that's the way
Dean?
Des and I went back to... and where does he live? Woodend.
Woodend. That's Des Dowling, the comedian.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we went back... We went through some... It was like an enchanted forest.
Oh, yeah, spooky.
Yeah, and it was very spooky. This is a little tiny.
This is a little bit spooky.
Yeah.
If we stopped here, I wouldn't be happy.
No, me either.
Bloody hell.
Yes. Or if we drove a ridge here.
So what did you hear? What did you start saying?
Tour.
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 Yeah, tour.
And I'm trying. Even when I go to abbreviate it, it's tour. But because I don't know what it's. Because I can't say anesthetist.
Oh, anesthetist.
No, I can't.
It's hard.
Even when I say it correctly, I just doubt myself straight away.
Yeah, it's hard.
So I just go gas man, or
the guy knocks you out.
Yeah. Well, the college of anesthetists.
Anesthetist. Yeah, you find you have a list, don't you? What you say?
Oh, they're just around the corner from me in Secunda Road, near Secunda Junction, and I just thought it'd be really funny today. I rode past there on my bicycle. I thought it'd be really funny to just pretend that I was knocking and they're all asleep.
Yeah.
Anyway, I probably won't do that.
Anesthetist, yeah, they were talking on radio. Karl went to high school with is an anesthetist, the one success story of Mitcham High.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, now it's raining. Oh, my God.
You had a doctor in the audience at the Funhouse the other night.
Oh, my God. So, yeah, we did the Funhouse with Kitty Flanagan, and it was very crowded. This is a regular gig I run on a Wednesday. and there was a surgeon sitting down the front. Because I came on, he was on his phone, and when people are on their phones, I always say, "Mate, get off your phone. What are you, a surgeon?" He went, "Well, actually, I am." So,
when you say down the front, like he was like 3
feet away.
He was a metre away, wasn't he?
And then I said, "Are there any other surgeons?" And the guy goes, "I'm a nose surgeon." So he was an abdominal surgeon, the guy down the front.
Yeah.
And the other guy was a nose surgeon.
Yeah, so...
Which I said, that's just like being a dentist, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. But no, they...
He's a rhino expert.
Yeah, they, you know... because, so you're riding a bike, you're getting fit. How much weight have you lost now?
I've lost... since the heart attack, I've lost about 20 kilos.
Yeah, right. Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's... I'm going to the gym... because I went through all that cardio rehabilitation, which is through the agency of the Alfred Hospital, but it's at Caulfield. And that was great. That was, that really got me back into exercising and, doing the right thing.
And then, and you've stopped smoking as well?
Yeah, I haven't smoked for a month.
Yeah, that's pretty, for a month you haven't smoked?
Yeah. Which is the longest I haven't smoked since I was
at
14.
High school? Yeah, wow. How many packs would you go through a week?
Back in
the old days.
In the old days. Like when I was pre-heart attack, I was like probably pack of 25 a day.
Wow.
And I after the heart attack, I battled with it. Some days I'd manage not to smoke, and then I'd have one, and so on.
But you were vaping for a while?
I tried the vaping, yeah. I thought about being a vegan. Apparently that doesn't make any difference. No. And, then I went and I had hypnosis. And, because, I really wanted to quit by myself. And I thought, well, I've been not successful at that for 5 months now, so bugger it. So, and I'd booked in to see
Martin St. James.
Yes, I flew to Vegas. So I booked in, and I got to tell you,
it works, doesn't it? Apparently,
it worked, and I'd been hypnotised once before, and it didn't work. Well, it did.
Yeah.
But I went. Funnily enough, I went on tour, and 3 days later, and I got bored.
Yeah.
And so then I started. I went and bought a cigar and just thought I just want to light one up. Anyway, within a couple of days I was full on smoking again, and this kept happening. And so now we won't know until my final, walking day on the planet. But I don't intend to smoke again, and
how much money do you save? Cigarettes are expensive. I'm always amazed how much they are.
Well, if you're smoking at this stage 25 a day, and you're shopping quite diligently, and finding them cheap ones, then that's $210 a week, $30 a day. I know, it's just...
How do low-income people do it? Because I was reading the paper the other day, it's more low-income earners, of course, smoke than high-income earners.
I know. Well, and ironically, I was... my income's probably a little bit better now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because, I don't do other things that I've done in my life.
Oh, drinking too costs money.
Yeah, and...
pizzas.
Pizza.
Dim Sims.
Well, that's, I don't know about you, I know that you have the occasional bit of takeaway food, junk food.
I love junk food. I haven't had, anyway. Yeah.
But, I went to the gym today, and it's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. There's this girl standing outside the gym.
Vending machine there, or?
No, she's standing outside the gym, which is in Segula Road. Right, and I just thought, what's she doing there? She must be waiting to get picked up. And as I was locking my bike up, she was waiting for Uber Eats.
Oh, wow.
And, it's just, between, MasterChef and, all those shows, it seems like all we do is watch other people cook.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't use Uber Eats.
No, I don't. I don't want cold food.
If I want to take away, I will go pick it up myself.
Exactly.
I want that on some back of some guy's bike.
No, I'd always go, even...
Also, I don't like the way those guys are paid.
No.
Being exploited.
Well, that's it, it's just, although, I think that you could, once they start using drones, which they will, they'll be delivering, takeaway food with drones, and that'll be good, because then I'll buy a shotgun, because then I'll just go, what do you feel like?
Yeah.
And I'll just step outside and go, kabang! And I go, oh, you got lucky, Dave.
It's a pad thai.
Yes. It's, it's got to go that way.
Oh, it easily could go that way.
Because where I live, there's just the constant burr sound.
Of drones?
No, scooters.
Oh,
right?
Really?
Yeah, and, just lost Uber Eats and, Skid Mark or whatever they're called, and delivering
one of
food.
they've gone bright. One of them, they've let Foodora aren't functioning anymore.
Yeah, well, I had a theory about that too. I thought, were they using the yellow bikes?
Yeah.
Maybe they went, well, we're going now. It's because you got no bikes. No, we were going to go.
But it's the young people. One of my friends had their niece from the country staying, and she'd order a smoothie from Uber Eats and just wait for it to be delivered.
One of my young friends. That was an awesome thing to say. Did you did you meet one of your young friends on the Facebook?
On the Facebook, as I called it before. on the Facebook.
On the Instagram.
Oh man, Uber Eats, Uber itself. I don't use Uber either.
No, it's because my problem with Uber was
so many people use it though.
But and I know why they do, because
it's cheap.
It's cheaper than cabs, but as well as which too, for years, cab drivers had it over you, so people are paying them back.
Yeah.
But a friend of mine shouted me an Uber home. It was a comedian, Tommy Little. He goes, "Oh, gee, you gotta try Uber," and I said, "Oh, I don't." And I'm late to everything. I'm worried about getting an ATM card. Putting out people out of, and I don't use the self-checkout at Karl's because that puts people out of work. But anyway, this guy pulls up and I jump into this really nice car, and like most taxis smell like a fart.
Like a kebab.
Yeah. And or they smell like a masked fart. Somebody's trying to hide. And I jumped into this really nice car, and this gentleman, and I could only say, it was like a butler,
Yeah, right.
He was a bit older than me. He drove me home, and Tommy said to me, what was your Uber experience like? And I said, I felt like your dad was driving me home.
Right.
It regressed me back to being, and to be honest,
I don't think they're all like that. I don't know.
No. Well, then I did try and use it myself once, and it was, again, I managed to get offside with the guy. So.
What happened?
Well, he just, everybody had just told me stories about how great they were,
Yeah.
And so on. And this guy wasn't great at all, and so I just kind of mentioned that to him, that.
Well, you gave him some feedback then and there.
Yeah, well, I was still drinking back in those days, Dave. I mentioned to him that, he might have been letting down the team a little bit.
What was he doing wrong?
Oh, he was contradicting me.
He's arguing with you.
Well, see, we hadn't reached the arguing stage. He was contradicting me, and he may have even been, and I cannot say this for sure, but he may have even been making little noises that were comments on things I was saying.
Oh, right.
To my friend, because I was in a cab with someone else. I was in Uber with someone else.
He's like,
Yeah. You know those judgmental grunts?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Doing one now. Well, if you want to give me any feedback on my driving, go straight ahead now.
Me?
Yeah. You can give me
Yeah,
feedback
well,
straight-
it's funny you said that just as we went over another fucking bridge. Yeah. God, well, at least you saw that one because it was... Well, who puts a bridge on a curve anyway?
That's a weird thing. You're listening to the Debrief with Brad Oakes and myself, David, and we'll be back.
All right.
You're back on the Debrief and with Brad Oakes. I've got the questions, Brad. What went well tonight and why? What went well?
What went well?
Oh, there was one bit that you did absolutely smashed it with the Clunes country crowd.
Oh, really?
The farmhouse.
Oh,
You've got a joke about setting fire to a wet farmhouse that hit the spot with the people from Clunes.
Well, it's usually going to go. It's usually going to go all right in the country. That joke.
Yeah,
because
it's a funny joke.
You know they've all thought of it. And it's it was good though because like you want to be careful. Like, I wouldn't do that joke in New South Wales at the moment because of the drought.
Yeah, I know.
Right, where, we're saying, like the joke's about me losing folks losing a house in a flood, and that would probably be a bit insensitive to...
Yeah, you got to be careful, don't you? Have you ever put your foot in it like that, or...?
Look, I have.
Yeah.
I have. I actually put my foot in it when I was in high school. We went to... we went on a school excursion for a couple of days to Dookie Agricultural College, which is halfway between
near
Shepparton and Ballarat.
That's still going, Dookie.
And I jump off the bus, and we went to visit this. You know that farmer in geography that always there was always questions about how many peaches he had.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, well we went to his farm. I think it was his farm. Anyway, I jump off the bus and I just said, he goes, "Hi, how you doing?" You know, like typical country guy, like lips not moving. And so I was looking around to see who was talking.
How's it going?
And he goes, "You've missed it." No,
this is it.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to Melbourne.
Yeah.
Freeway.
No, I thought we were going down the side. Anyway, you scared me with the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge. You don't have confidence. You're going to give me a bad rating on Uber, I know it.
So anyway, this farmer, he goes, he goes, "How's your day?" And I said, "Mate, this is glorious. Look at this. The sun's shining. Not like Melbourne where it's pissing down rain." "Oh, no, I'm loving it." And he just goes, yeah. And he walks off and the bus driver goes, "Yeah, good work, Brad. Good work, mate. There's been a drought here for 5 years." "Oh, I didn't know. You should maybe have a sign saying, don't mention the drought.
Don't mention the rain." That's funny. So what didn't go well?
What didn't go well was the guy messing with the sound.
The sound system, yeah. Yes. Oh, well.
And...
sound guys think no one can see them. They all think they're invisible.
Yeah, but they shouldn't lie, too. Like, he should have, he should have told me, like... Because I said, "Well, what's wrong?" "Nothing's wrong." "Well, mate, your actions are contradicting that,
Yeah, well, my next question is, any organisational hazards got in the way? And I think we've just answered that.
Yeah, and also, and we did mention it earlier, that we've been nicer to, and the amount of times we say this, it would be nicer to concentrate people at the front.
Yeah, there were a lot of people at the back.
Yeah, and it seemed to me that everybody enjoyed it, but it's just kind of like trying to get that solid laugh sound together,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But they were very, very lovely.
They were lovely people. They're an older crowd too. They're a bit older. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. Well, that's who comes to see older people, I guess.
But they're a few older than us, though.
Yeah. I would have, organisational-wise, I would have made it not so cold on the way home.
Oh, yeah, man. On the way home. And not hit that bridge like I did.
Yeah, well,
God.
That's,
Well, farewell, Clunes. Now, what song should we play? With you, we've always played good Played the Oils. We played... Oh, God, how else did we play? I can't remember what we played.
I do like to play an Aussie.
Yeah, good. Okay, who should we play?
I reckon a bit of Paul Kelly.
I love Paul Kelly. We haven't played Paul Kelly on this show.
Well, so, we're something a bit upbeat?
Oh, it doesn't matter. What? Have you ever met him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact,
he's a Melbourne guy.
I shook his hand last Wednesday.
Where? At the gym?
No, he plays footy. With all those guys. Damien Callanan and so on.
Comedian guys. Brian Curvis. Yeah.
And that's across the road from where I live. They do that down in Albert Park. And, well, no, they don't. No, don't go down there.
Secret location.
Yeah. It could be anywhere.
Somewhere. And he was down there.
Yeah, he was down there. And, a lot of those guys, they're so into it. I know. I don't do the footy. Because I met a guy at my cardio rehab who started that off with James Van Leaders.
Yeah, the photographer.
The guy named Brett. So anyway, I go down there because it's just over there, and just across the road from me. I go down there and walk around the oval with him and just catch up. Anyway.
And Paul Kelly was down there. You shook his hand.
Well, he's seen me down there a few times, and finally he came on and he said, I don't know who this guy is. And I thought, Jesus, mate, didn't you have a TV in the 90s?
He was probably on drugs in the 90s.
Apparently nobody did. I'm tuning he was to Mitcham 1967.
I saw him walking down the street on Christmas Eve. In Northcote, actually, and I was with my partner. I said, hey, should I yell at who's going to make the gravy tomorrow?
Oh, my God. And she didn't
Who's going to make the gravy? No, she didn't let me.
She didn't leave you?
No, she didn't let me do it.
Yeah, right.
I can't want to be funny. Hey, Paul, who's going to make the gravy tomorrow, mate?
Oh, my God. That's all.
Imagine his face.
Oh, yeah. Imagine it would be a bit like mine.
I'd be like, I'm a comedian. A funny guy. What Paul Kelly song should we... I used to go see when he was Paul Kelly in the Dots. Everyone's gone and seen him. Yeah. Those great songs like, we got to clean this house. It's disgusting.
There was a song I really loved, which was, there's a man who's going round looking...
Mighty Thin.
Stories of Me.
Stories of Me?
Yeah. Do you know it?
Is that from Post or is that from one of the earlier ones?
It's very early, yeah.
That's a good one.
They say that man is going down, it's looking pretty. Every morning he wakes up, fills his cup, listens bitterly.
Oh, yeah, that's a great song.
Stories of Me, yeah.
Every morning, that's a different song, I know. Let's just have a Paul Kelly sing-along.
Okay.
Every morning. I used to love Alive and Well. Do you remember Alive and Well? From the Manila, I think it's a Manila album. Hey, nice to see ya. Anybody can tell you're alive and well. Remember that one with the violin? Oh,
no, I've never really liked Gravy. This song. I love Gravy.
You don't like Who Wants to Make the Gravy?
No, I don't. I don't like
Jesus Christ.
But I love Turning to White.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. Well, let's just do the one you said.
Yeah, Stories of Me.
Stories of Me. Paul Kelly.
All right.
Now, if you can find Brett Oakes on Twitter. Oh, you're mainly Facebook, aren't you?
Mainly Facebook, yeah.
Mainly the Facebook.
I did tweet something the other day. I tweeted, because I came up with this idea. You know the two ducket?
Yeah, ducket, a turkey and a duck and a chicken or whatever. Yeah, it's American.
Well, I came up with a turducken.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, well,
that's
a Scott Morrison inside Peter Dutton inside Malcolm Turnbull.
Oh.
That's a turducken.
Good one.
That was me. And so I dusted off my Twitter and I was like, I'll put that out there.
It's a perfect Twitter joke.
Yeah.
Perfect Twitter joke. I should have retweeted it.
Well, it's still there.
I'll find it and retweet it.
Yeah. That was...
We'll follow Brad for that sort of stuff. The turducken.
Yeah.
All right.
Turducken, yeah, because if you like that kind of thing, I'll do more of it.
Yeah.